Hi everyone, welcome to Pixie Woo or Fashion Face. I'm going to do a Raquel Welch look today for you. I'm going to use a little bit of a MAC paint pot. This one is in Painterley. I'm just going to use a Louise Young brush. I think this is a concealer brush, just to pop that all over. And then I'm going to use my finger just to blend it through. So there's minimal product on there because I don't want loads of product. Peach colour corrector. Just because Raquel Welch was very, very highlighted under the eye, through the brow bone. But it wasn't so much of a shimmer highlight, it was more just a matte, almost whitening, glowing under the eye. So I'm going to use my 224 brush, just underneath the eye. I like to use a brush like this because you can really buff the product right into the skin. Sometimes I find if you use the brushes that they tell you are concealer brushes, they work in certain areas, but you can't really buff it right into the skin. It wipes it off at the same time as you're putting it on. Just a little bit through my brow bone. Next, I am going to take 2 of MAC eyeshadows, one in Brule and one in Gesso. With a Louise Young brush, I'm going to put the Brule all over the base. And just with a MAC pencil brush, I think this is a 219, I'm going to use the Gesso colour, which is a lighter, whiter one, just through the brow bone. Then I've got a MAC 217 and another MAC colour. This one is Satin Taupe. I'm going to take the 217. If you look back, you can feel the ridge here. I am going to push this just along the ridge. I'm not going to take it too far down here because it goes out slightly more. Just with a clean 217 now, just to buff that in. Then I'm going to just take an angle brush and my Beverly Night black eyeshadow. And I am going to just run it a tiny bit along here. I don't want it too sharp, I'm going to blend it through, but I just want to get that shape a little bit stronger. Then using my blending brush that I've already used, just blending those two products together. So you can see the shape is there now. Next, I'm going to take my Clinique. It's called True Black Cream Liner. Now, Raquel Welch, her liner, I normally flip mine out quite a bit. Hers is a bit more triangular and not so flicked. It's more of a solid shape, so that's more her shape. So there's the liner. It also went right in this very corner and a little bit underneath, just a very small amount. So you can see how I always get this sweep in my eye where the liner goes down, which I actually really like, but that's not how Raquel Welch wears hers. I'm going to use a little bit of Benefit High Beam. Oh no, not High Beam. High Brow. This is a brow highlighter, but I'm just going to use it in here on both sides. I don't like it when it's too white, but after a little while it does wear down a lot. Next, a little bit of my Beverly Nights again, just push it where we put the white pretty much. just below it. And I'm going to take a tiny bit of the highbrow and run it just there to make that sharper and then blend it through. I'll just take my 219 that we used earlier with the highlighter. Just. That's the great thing about that Benefit product. It's so creamy that you can really blend it. Now Raquel didn't have much on her brows. Mine are very, very fair. I think hers were quite natural, but they had a lot more colour than mine. So I'm just going to use my my Bobbi Brown what's it called? Natural Brow Shaper. A little bit of mascara, and I'm going to use Dior Show. I have Shu Uemura lashes. I've worn these ones and I absolutely love them. They're so natural, but they're like double thickness. These ones are called Farfalina. So I'm going to put my duo on the back of the lash. Do you know, I didn't even look if that was the right eye. It's not. Plonker. I think I'm going to use my Armani. This is a luminous silk, and the colour that I'm using it in is 5. And I'm going to use my big Louise Young brush, just for quickness. Then I'm going to use my Chanel powder. Just to set that. Hoola blush by Benefit. I like this blusher for this look because it's not too orange. Just through the cheekbones. And a little bit on the jawbone. Raquel actually brought it quite a lot around here as well. It's all about the contouring. But no colour anywhere else on the cheeks. I'm just going to take Gesso again, and I'm going to use an Illamasqua brush. I'm just going to run a little bit of this. Just under the eyes to highlight a little bit more, down the nose. And there's the skin done. On the lips, Raquel Welch really obviously had a darker lip line, and I'm going to use Stone, which looks like the colour she would have used. It's a flat colour with brown colour with no red, and she goes quite a lot over her lips, but not so it's really noticeable, and then fills it in with a lot lighter colour. So that one's Stone. Then inside Stone, I'm going to use my YSL lipstick. I bought this colour especially because I actually loved it for the look. just divine colour. Raquel Welch. Enjoy, guys.